project that I've had on my mind for quite some time. And now, with it being April the 13th, 2020, and we are in a current pretty interesting situation, let's say, I thought now would be the best time to attack it. So, what I have here is an old heatsink fan, which would have been used on an AMD processor, or used for an AMD processor. So I'm going to be taking this fan, which looks rather extravagant with all its heat pipes and its many fins. I'm going to be taking this Peltier device. I'm going to be placing this Peltier device between this heatsink, which is an Intel heatsink, and this heatsink. In the way, we're going to have this small tub. So a hole is going to be cut in the top of the tub. The Intel heatsink will sit inside. The old AMD heatsink will sit on top, the Peltier in between. I've got a 12-volt PC power supply here, which I will be using to supply the Peltier. Peltier itself is a 72-watt device and draws 72 watts at 6 amps. This device power supply is a 300-watt supply, so that should be enough to feed the fan and also the Peltier and a couple of other bits, which I'm going to be putting on there. The tub will be filled with water up to about this level. I'm thinking of using water straight out of the fridge, actually, so putting refrigerated water in there to increase the cooling efficiency of the Intel heatsink and hopefully lower the temperature on the cold side of the Peltier and give me a nice cold fan to blow cool, refreshing air over my face. Whether or not it'll work is yet to be seen. So, let's dive on into the video. Let's take a look. So, I think we'll go through some of the items that we need first. So you're going to need, obviously, a couple of heat sinks. Ideally, if you're going to do an air-to-air installation, you'll need 2 fans. You're going to need some thermal grease. You're going to need a power supply of some description. I've got a PC power supply here, which I bought off eBay for £8. Other auction sites and resources for buying PC PSUs are available. You're going to need a few bits and pieces, tools, screws, bolts, etc. I'm going to be fashioning together some kind of clamp using this 3.5-inch floppy disk blanking panel, and either a 5.25-inch blanking panel or perhaps this blanking panel from the back of the PC. Whatever will fit through here the best. I might be able to do it with this if I just trim off some of the sides a little bit so that the pillars, or posts rather, that support the fan will be able to slot in quite nicely into here. We're going to be using a hot glue gun, a soldering iron, an electric drill, battery powered drill in this case, some wire cutters, some snips, and out of sight a couple of those wiring sleeves. Also got a little soft touch power button as well, so I can turn the whole thing on and off, and that's a PC power button, and a couple of other little bits and pieces. We're going to try as much as possible to keep all the electrical items this side, so in there can be filled with nice, cool, refreshing water. And we will see how we go. So, let's get cracking. refreshing air in my general direction. The Peltier is making the water nice and warm. I reckon if I have colder water in there, the effectiveness will be even better. The power supply is nicely tucked out of the way, with enough space there to give us a nice little ample air gap. I've got my workstation in front of me. I'll be typing away, and I've got a nice cool refreshing breeze coming off the Peltier. So that concludes the video. That is basically my relatively quick and dirty attempt to make an interesting Peltier desk fan. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to hit the like button, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thank you very much for watching.